up, everybody? We're back with another NC Niner Talk. I'm Nicholas. This is my papa, Carlos.
What's up?
Today, we're going through our thoughts on the preseason and how the 2022 season will go, our breakout player prediction, Trey Lance and Jimmy G situation, and how tomorrow's game will be. What are your thoughts on the preseason?
I think it went well for the most part. I wish they would have finished the preseason stronger than they did. I think it was game 2. What was the game they all played? The Texans' third game, right? Yeah. So first 2 games they played really well, actually, offensively, defensively. They limited the mistakes. Third game, there was just so many penalties. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they were ready for that game. I know it's just a preseason game, but you want to finish the preseason strong. That's my thought. And then Trey Lance didn't look too well. Didn't look comfortable. But again, it's just a preseason game. A lot of people make a big thing about it, but of course they want him to they probably wanted to see that guy score like 3 touchdowns in their preseason game. But overall, I think they're okay. I mean, not a lot of injuries, which is great. They're pretty healthy going into this season. So a lot of the pieces are ready to roll. What do you think? How do you think the preseason went?
For games 1 and 2, it was really good because the defense was dominating, the offense was pretty good, the backups did really well actually, and going into game 3, I thought it was the Texans versus Niners starters, and really, Niners should have really dominated that game, but they didn't score. Trey Lance, I thought he was going to do better, but as you said, it's just a preseason game.
Yeah, so, I think the defense didn't do as well, but I don't think none of their main stars were playing that day. Anyways, Texans just ran down the field against them. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So what are your thoughts on this coming up season? What are your expectations for them?
My expectations and prediction is I really think they could do really well this season and do better than last season for sure. I think they've improved in a lot of spots, but they also lost a lot of key players. Like we said in the last video about K'Wan Williams, DJ Jones, Laken Tomlinson, all those players, the offensive line doesn't look that well as last year. They lost Alex Mack, Laken Tomlinson, and there's 3 players on the offensive line that are starting that only have 3 combined starts, and that's only 1 guy. Mm-hmm. So there's 2 guys that's never started. So that's really the weak spot. But
with all that, you think they're going to do better than last year?
Better than last year, because I think the defense, for the first time in a lot of years, that the DBs can lock up, like the Charvarius Ward, Emmanuel Mosley, and the linebackers. The linebacker core looks very solid, and the D line with Javon Kinlaw coming back looks very dangerous.
So what is your expectations when you say they're going to do better? What's better mean? Better record than last year? Or they're going to make it to the Super Bowl? What was your expectations and your prediction?
I'd say for record, I'd say 11-6, maybe better than last year. But I wouldn't say anything about the playoffs yet because we haven't seen anything. I only have a prediction for the regular season. So what do
you think they're going to do better during the regular season?
But I don't have any prediction yet for the playoffs. I haven't seen that much.
Okay. I feel that they have the potential to win the NFC West. I think the Rams got explosive as we saw them on Thursday, even though it's just game 1. However, I think we have the pieces together. The only question mark is Trey Lance, but I mean, we don't need Trey Lance to do much. Like the same thing, we didn't need Jimmy G to do much, right?
All he needs to do
just manage the game. Don't turn the ball over. Have your running game going. And I think him being a mobile quarterback will help not having a strong offensive line. And that's going to be a big key here. Okay, so we have all of our wide receivers. The only thing that's kind of funky right now is I think Kittle got injured, groin injury. I think it was groin.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't that bad, but he's gonna miss out against the Bears.
So it's still like, we need him to be healthy, and it seems in the last 2-3 years it seems to be injury prone to me. That might be an issue, but it might not be an issue. But we need him on the field. But overall, I think the Niners should win at least 12 games this year.
Yeah, 11-6 is like my floor for them.
Yeah, I think 12 wins, and I don't see them I see them getting back to the NFC Championship. In there, that's a wild card. That's just me though. They have all the pieces to come defense, offense, especially their linebacker crew. I mean, I think their defense is going to be top 5. Their offense is going to be top 5 again this year. I think their defense is even better than last year.
Yeah.
So
sure.
I think that's how I see it going. Who do you think? Who's your breakout player this year?
I feel like there's many names on defense and offense. Some names that come to my mind will probably be Ufanga. Ufanga is probably the one that I see breaking out, and is one that's an underrated breakout player that I think that will break out. And a lot of people think Brendan Ayuk, Javon Kinlaw, Trey Lance, but I got Ufanga this year, and I think he's gonna break out and be like a hard hitter for the season. What do you? What's your breakout player?
I feel that's a good pick. Ufanga. I think Brandon Ayuk is due for a breakout.
Yeah.
I think I heard he had a really strong training camp and
has a connection.
He has a connection with Trey Lance, so I think he's gonna have a breakout year. And you know what? Him having a breakout year is a positive for everybody because we know what Kittle could do when he's healthy. We know what Debo could do when he's obviously that guy's a beast. So in our running game is gonna just keep going the way it goes. So Brandon Ayuk adds that icing on the cake to what's going on. But I think I have 2. So I have Brandon Ayuk, and then I also have Ufanga that's going to break out. I think he's going to be hitting guys hard. He's going to help the back end of that defense. So watch out for those 2 players. So what are your thoughts? This whole thing of Trey Lance and Jimmy G.
I feel, my personal opinion, there's a lot of different opinions out in the world. It's the bad move, keeping Jimmy G a good move. I think it was a good move for Trey Lance.
Why?
Trey Lance, right? He's not gonna have any backup that could help him out. Jimmy G could help him out as a veteran quarterback that could mentor him, and Trey Lance could just keep getting better and better with the mindset of Jimmy G. With the IQ that he could teach, and Jimmy G was taught by Tom Brady, and Jimmy G can bring that knowledge to Trey Lance, and that would be very great knowledge to learn. And for Trey Lance to have that knowledge with the raw talent that he has would increase the chances of the Niners making it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I feel that it's however Jimmy G takes it, I believe. I think Trey Lance, as a professional athlete, I'm sure he wants to play.
Yeah.
Now, I'm pretty sure he probably feels deep inside like, I've taken this team to the Super Bowl, I've gone to the NFC Championship, and here you are putting me as a backup. Probably bugs him, but he's the ultimate professional, right?
Yeah,
he's always been upstanding guy. So I'm pretty sure it bothers him, but at the same time, I think he's like he's gonna support and do what it takes and be ready just in case Trey kind of falls down. Jimmy G's gonna be ready just to step in, and it's just gonna be a plus for the Niners.
Yeah.
I don't know if this move was done so they could trade him, because with his large contract, they weren't able to trade him. It was like $25 million. Now he's only $6 million. So I think teams could pick him up later on with that type of contract, or the Niners just say, you know what, we'll just keep him as a insurance just in case Trey Lance kind of falls off.
Yeah.
At least we don't have just a number 2, number 3. We have an actual starting quarterback who's played in our system. So I think it's interesting, but I feel that Jimmy G and Trey Lance are going to take care of business. And you know what? I mean, sports is weird. You never know. What about if they go to the Super Bowl and Jimmy G ends up starting the Super Bowl, winning the Super Bowl? Who knows? But I think it's not going to be a big deal until Trey Lance starts falling down. If he loses 2-3 games in a row, Jimmy G's name's going to pop up. But if Trey Lance does his thing throughout the year, we'll be okay.
Yeah, I heard Trey Lance was a bit annoyed when they signed Jimmy, or they got Jimmy back and didn't trade him.
Mm-hmm.
But he is happy to see him back in the locker room. And, you know,
Yeah,
he said that's like his best friend.
Yeah, he's they talk to each other all the time.
So yeah.
So what do you think about tomorrow's game?
Tomorrow's game, I do not see it being close. I don't see the Bears offense doing well against this Niner defense. I do not see the defense locking up this Niner offense.
So what was your prediction?
I see Trey Lance having a very solid game, having about 250 yards, on good completion percentage, with the run game dominating as well, with Elijah Mitchell and Debo and Ty Davis-Price all eating.
Mm-hmm. What's your score? What's your final score?
Maybe 34 to 13. 34 to 13. I do not see it being close at all.
If obviously Kittle not playing tomorrow is going to be a problem, I think a little bit. Shouldn't be a problem to the point that the Niners don't win. I feel the Niners are going to average at least between 25 to 28 points this year. They averaged that last year with Jimmy G. I think they averaged 28 points last year. I feel they're going to win 35-10, if that. So we'll see how that goes.
35-10?
35-10. And I think the run is going to dominate. Trey Lance is going to have a pretty solid game. But of course, everybody's going to say it's just Chicago.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
But this is good games for Trey Lance to get reps, and Trey Lance needs these games for the big games to come, like the Broncos, the Rams, the Chiefs, the Buccaneers, all these teams he needs to get ready.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He needs to. They need to win this game. To be honest with you, it's not so much do or die, but this is a must win for his psyche and for the Niners groove to okay, we got Trey Lance going. Now we got Seattle coming up. Seattle's following right.
Yeah,
week 2,
first home game.
Yeah, so that's where they're gonna focus on. So yeah. Niners 35-10. So it should be good. So it should be an interesting season, but I feel that they're going to do well this season.
Yeah.
Again. That's good.
Yeah. So let's wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one.
Peace.